Hello there, beautiful and inquisitive people. So, I've been seeing a lot of YouTube videos lately claiming that the Sahara is turning green again, like it's suddenly reverting back to this ancient African Garden of Eden. And hey, I love a good comeback story as much as anybody, but a lot of these videos are, well, they're clickbaity. You know the type. Every month it's Beetlejuice is gonna blow any second now, or NASA is hiding the asteroid that's totally gonna end us all on Thursday. But what they don't mention is that Beetlejuice might still just be hanging out for another 100,000 years, and most of those Earth killer asteroids are actually passing us at a pretty safe distance. Well, except for Apophis, and that one might be coming dangerously close in 2026, so we'll circle back to that another time though. But here's the deal. On this channel, I'm never going to mislead you. We explore both the mainstream and the fringe. We're going to ask all the questions and we're going to flirt with the what ifs, but I'll always let you make the final decision. I'm never going to come here to tell you what to think, just to present information to you. So let's rewind. Before we dunk on the idea entirely, the Sahara absolutely used to be green. Roughly 9,000 to 5,000 years ago, during what's called the African Humid Period, the Sahara was thriving. Picture sprawling grasslands, lakes teeming with fish, and even hippos just hanging out in what was nothing but scorched sand now. And we don't think that this is just a fun theory. There are cave paintings showing people swimming and herding cattle in places that are now bone dry. Why do we think this happened? Well, in short, it's the Milankovitch cycles. Earth's tilt and orbit shift over thousands of years, changing where monsoon rains land, and during this period, these rains get pushed way further north than they do today. But if you want a more detailed breakdown on this, watch the whole PBS Eons video. I'll link it in the description, and they cover it all perfectly, so I'm not going to go into too much more detail on that. But let's fast forward to today and why people are saying that the Sahara is getting green again. So in 2023 and 2024, parts of North Africa got absolutely hammered with torrential downpours. Record-breaking storms dumped water across the country in southern Algeria and northern Chad, forming brand new lakes in areas that haven't seen water in decades, or maybe even centuries. And naturally, the internet just jumped all over it. The Sahara's going green again, they cried. But is that really what's going on here, or did we just witness a desert freak weather event? So those lakes, beautiful, mysterious, and probably temporary. These are what's called ephemeral flood basins. They're shallow depressions that fill up during extreme rain events, but they've got no rivers feeding into them and no outflow, so they're just gonna sit there in some of the harshest sun and evaporate. Unless something major changes, and I mean a sustained shift in rainfall patterns, those lakes are likely to dry up in a matter of months or years. So it's probably not the rebirth of the Green Sahara that everyone has been promised. It's more like it sneezed, got a little wet, and it's already getting back to normal. And here's the not so fun fact. While people are celebrating these puddles, the Sahara is still expanding. Studies show it's grown by about 10% in the last century. It's creeping into the Sahel, drying up farmland and displacing communities. The trend, unfortunately, is still desertification, not reforestation. So if the Sahara was going green again, we'd see widespread shifts in plant life, soil stability, animal migration, and a whole lot more than just a few splashy headlines. But let's get into something a little bit more encouraging, because humans aren't just standing by. So across the continent, countries are working together on a massive project called the Great Green Wall, an effort to reforest a strip of land 5,000 miles long across 20 countries. The idea is to plant billions of trees, restore ecosystems, and hold back the march of the desert. It's one of the largest environmental projects on Earth, and while the progress has been bumpy, it is actually showing some surprising promise, not just for fighting desertification, but for improving food security, creating jobs, and bringing life back to struggling communities. What do you think? Should we fight the stretch of the desert, or should we let the Earth just do what it does? Or have we already changed it too much? So let's bring it all in now. Is the Sahara turning green again? Not really, not yet. It probably will again soon on geological timescales, but what we're seeing here are temporary weather extremes, not long-term climate shifts, and it's going to take thousands of years or some massive geoengineering to really bring back a green Sahara. But that doesn't mean this story isn't still truly amazing. We're living through a weird and wild moment in Earth's climate timeline, and whether it's watching the deserts flood, planting trees in hostile soil, or planning for asteroids that may or may not whiz past us in 2026, we're part of something big, and I think that's worth paying attention to. So, if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure to check out some of those linked videos in the description if you want to know more about why we know that the Sahara was green. All right, I hope everyone learned something great today.